Labanis, it's good to be with you again. Part 9 of our studies in the book of Hebrews. We're not doing theological studies. We're just asking ourselves what is there in here about God, about people, about us. Today's one is, the heading says, a warning against falling away. All right, so that's quite a passage to look at, and there's not much said about God here, but there's a lot for us today. Okay, so Paul writes, or the writer to the Hebrew writes, he says, we have much to say about this, but it's hard to explain because you're slow to learn. You know, that's not so nice, isn't it? It's not so nice to hear, if you listen to this early in the morning, that you are just slow to learn. In other words, what he's actually saying to us, you are stubborn, you know, but you don't apply, all right? Because you are slow to. In fact, by this time you ought to be teachers. And it's true, you know, so often in our lives, isn't it true that some of us have followed God 10 years, even 5 years is good enough, but 5, 10, 20 years, and we just still pew warmers. That's what he's saying. In other words, maybe, is that you just used to being taught the elementary things over and over, and by this time in your walk with God, you should be teaching others. But now Paul says, I've still got to treat you like infants. I've still got to feed you, spoon feed you, give you baby food, instead of you taking others through what you know as well. So it's a short passage this morning, today again, but it's a challenge for us that we should move on from the elementary things. And he doesn't say what they are. In fact, in the next passage, he's going to tell us what some of these elementary things are, these basic things that we should now be far gone, far past. All right, so he says you should move on to solid food, because infants live on milk, but you and I should be on solid food. And here again is our challenge, my dear friend, is that how long have we walked with God and we're still unable to actually pass our faith on to other people? If I had to ask you, can you lead somebody to the Lord? Would you say yes? If I had to ask you, can you take somebody through some basic discipleship material, or off the cuff tell them what it means, baptism means, just basic things, would you be able to do that? Maybe not. So maybe the rebuke here from Paul for you and me is also true. We are slow to learn. Father, help us to move on from milk to solid food, but more than that, to be able to pass solid food on to other people as well. So we trust you that as we continue to listen to your word, that we would heed to this warning, not to fall away, but to continue to grow in our walk with you. In Jesus' name, amen.